Hidden beneath layers of classified technology, cloaked inside a stealth airframe the world barely understands, lies one of the deadliest secrets in aviation history. A machine so advanced, so far ahead of its time, that even today, nearly 3 decades after its first flight, no other fighter on Earth has fully caught up. This is the F-22 Raptor. And today, we are going inside the aircraft the Pentagon never wanted the world to know too much about. Title card. What's really inside the F-22 Raptor? Secrets the Air Force won't discuss. Section 1. The origin of an air dominance beast. To understand the secrets buried inside the F-22, we must travel back to the final decade of the Cold War, a time when the United States believes the sky itself could be lost. The Soviet Union was developing aircraft with unprecedented agility, the Su-27, the MiG-29, fighters that began to challenge America's air dominance. The Pentagon realized something alarming. The next war would be won not by the strongest air force, but by the most invisible one. So in 1986, a new mission was created. Develop a fighter that could never be detected, never be caught, and never be shot down. This top-secret initiative was called the Advanced Tactical Fighter Program, a competition between Lockheed and Northrop. And the winner would shape the next 50 years of air combat. When the smoke cleared, Lockheed's F-22 stood victorious. But the aircraft that rolled out years later was not merely a fighter, it was a technological quantum leap. The world would soon call it the Raptor. Section 2. The first secret. True stealth from every angle. Most nations claim they have stealth fighters, but stealth isn't a paint job, and it isn't a radar trick. It is geometry, chemistry, and physics, combined with engineering so precise that each bolt, panel, and curve is calculated for one purpose: to disappear. The F-22 is the first aircraft designed with full-spectrum stealth, not just from the front, but from the top, the sides, and even underneath. Secret 1. The diamond angles. The entire aircraft is built around a perfect geometry of angles that scatter radar energy away from enemy sensors. Every surface, from the airframe to the inlets to the internal bays, works like a radar-deflecting mirror. This is why the Raptor almost never carries weapons externally. Anything hanging outside creates a radar spike, and stealth dies instantly. Secret 2. Radar-absorbent skin you've never heard about. The F-22's skin is not ordinary RAM coating. Its classified polymer surface absorbs radar frequencies across multiple bands, reducing the reflection to near background noise. It's so sensitive that maintainers must work in climate-controlled hangars using special tools, and every scratch matters. Other nations paint stealth. The Raptor breathes stealth. Section 3. Inside the heart of a supercruising predator. If stealth lets the Raptor sneak into the fight, speed lets it dominate it. Beneath the fuselage sit 2 engines so powerful, so unique, that they remain unmatched even today. Secret 3. The Pratt & Whitney F-119. A thrust-vectoring monster producing 35,000 pounds of thrust each. But its true magic is in a capability very few aircraft possess. Secret 4. Supercruise. The ability to fly supersonic without afterburners. Why does this matter? Because afterburners produce a massive infrared plume and burn enormous fuel, a glowing beacon for enemy sensors. The F-22, however, can cruise at Mach 1.5 silently, invisibly, effortlessly. This allows it to outrun threats, reposition instantly, and pursue targets with devastating speed. Secret 5. Thrust vectoring that bends physics. The F-22's nozzles rotate independently, allowing the aircraft to pivot, twist, and stop almost unnaturally. In dogfights, this becomes a superpower. The F-22 can point its nose at an enemy aircraft even when the rest of the jet is moving in an entirely different direction. Other pilots call this ability the Raptor Black Magic. Section 4. The avionic brain no one can match. Technology alone doesn't make a fighter lethal. Information dominance does. Inside the F-22 lives one of the most advanced processing brains ever built into a combat aircraft. Secret 6, the AN-APG-77 AESA radar. This radar doesn't just detect, it hunts. With thousands of tiny transmit-receive modules, it can scan enormous airspace while staying nearly invisible to enemy receivers. It can track targets 250-plus kilometers away, jam enemy sensors while still scanning, change frequencies billions of times per second, and map the ground with photographic precision. The F-22 doesn't just sense the battlefield, it paints it. Secret 7, sensor fusion. What the world didn't know for years is that the Raptor blends every sensor, radar, infrared, electronic surveillance into one single picture. Instead of the cluttered cockpit full of data, the Raptor presents the truth. One threat picture, one decision path. Pilots call it God's eye view. This is why Raptor pilots often spot enemy aircraft before the enemy even knows they're being watched. Section 5. The cockpit, where humans become superhuman. A machine is only as good as its pilot, so the F-22 cockpit was designed to transform an ordinary human into something extraordinary. Secret 8, the panoramic HUD. A wide holographic display provides targeting, flight data, threat warnings, all without breaking focus. Secret 9, hottest ergonomics. Every essential function, weapons, comms, sensors, is controlled without removing hands from the stick or throttle. Secret 10, the life support system. The F-22's oxygen system, though controversial in early years, is part of a larger suite that allows extreme altitude and maneuver performance. The cockpit isn't just a workspace, it's a battle command center. Section 6, the weapons you don't see. The F-22 carries less than an F-15 externally, but what it hides inside is far more dangerous. Secret 11, internal bays. Within milliseconds, doors open and close, firing missiles without exposing the jet to radar. Secret 12, AIM-120D AMRAAM. The world's most advanced air-to-air missile, guided by the Raptor's unmatched radar and data links. Secret 13, IAM-9X with high off-bore sight targeting. Combined with thrust vectoring, this gives the Raptor the ability to fire at aircraft behind or beside it. Secret 14, beyond visual range dominance. The true secret? The F-22 almost never enters a close dogfight. It eliminates threats before they know their targets. A silent assassin of the skies. Section 7. Secret Operations. Missions you never heard about. Much of the F-22's combat history remains classified, but what has been revealed tells a story of quiet dominance. During operations over Syria, Raptor pilots acted as airspace guardians, identifying, tracking, and controlling every aircraft for hundreds of miles. Foreign pilots reportedly said, "We never even saw them," because the F-22 operates in a realm most fighters never enter, information warfare. It is a battlefield ghost, a hunter watching from shadows. Section 8. The secret software that evolves itself. Most fighters rely on hardware upgrades, but inside the Raptor lies a deeper secret. Secret 15. Modular mission software. The F-22's computing system allows updates faster than most aircraft of its era. Many improvements over the years, radar upgrades, new weapons, improved detection came from software evolution. Secret 16, electronic warfare cloaking. The details remain classified, but pilots describe the F-22's electronic protection suite as science fiction. It can disappear from enemy radars, blind missile seekers, jam multiple threats simultaneously, feed targeting data to friendly aircraft. The F-22 isn't just stealthy, it is electronically invisible. Section 9. Dogfight Legends, the stories pilots tell. Around the world, pilots whisper stories of facing the Raptor. In one exercise, an F-22 defeated 8 fighters in a single engagement. Another pilot described the Raptor appearing out of nowhere behind him. One of the most famous moments came during mock training with Eurofighter Typhoons. A Typhoon pilot proudly shared that he outmaneuvered an F-22 during a slow-speed merge. What he didn't mention was the context. The F-22 was forced into a restricted flight envelope. When flying unrestricted, the Raptor's thrust vectoring turns the jet into a physics-defying machine. Even pilots flying it struggle to describe it. "It's like flying a dragon," one said. "It goes where you think, not where you command." Section 10. The secret cost of perfection. If the F-22 was so unbeatable, why did the US stop building it? The truth is one of the greatest debates in modern military history. Secret 17. The price of dominance. Each F-22 cost around $150 million, but maintaining stealth coatings, engines, and sensors pushed long-term costs even higher. Secret 18. The political shutdown. In 2009, the production line was closed, not because the Raptor failed, but because policymakers believed future wars would need drones, not dogfighters. Years later, the Pentagon quietly admitted something shocking. The F-22 remains irreplaceable. No other fighter, not even the F-35, can fully take its role. Section 11. Why no country on Earth could buy the F-22. Japan wanted it. Australia wanted it. Israel begged for it. But the United States refused to export the F-22 to any country. Why? Because embedded within its skin, engine, radar, and flight computer are technologies that even today the US considers too advanced to share. Secret 19. Anti-tamper systems. The F-22 has built-in systems that protect classified components, making reverse engineering nearly impossible. Secret 20. Classified stealth recipes. The formulas for its coatings are guarded like nuclear secrets. Secret 21. Sensor capabilities kept hidden. Much of what the AN/APG-77 radar can do has never been disclosed publicly. Section 12. The future. How the Raptor still dominates 30 years later. The world now enters the era of 5th and 6th generation fighters. China fields the J-20. Russia flies the Su-57. Europe develops the GCAP and FCAS. Yet through all of this, the F-22 remains the aircraft every nation measures itself against. Because perfection doesn't age, it evolves. Upgrades include new stealth materials, AIM-260 long-range missile integration, advanced electronic warfare suite, improved data links, enhanced engines and efficiency. The Raptor is no relic. It is a blueprint for the future. Final section. The truth behind the legend. Visual. Raptor flies into the sunset, engines glowing. Narrator. The F-22 Raptor is more than a fighter jet. It is a message, a declaration that air dominance is not earned, it is engineered. That true power comes not from what the world sees, but from what it never sees. Inside its stealthy skin lies a collection of secrets so advanced, so carefully protected, that even today, much of the Raptor remains in the shadows. But one truth stands clear above all. When the F-22 Raptor enters the sky, it owns it. Fade out. End of documentary.